Okay, so how do we go about using Google Docs to edit a document? This is our introductory paragraph. Um, we get a little bit of background information about the photo that this person is analyzing, and then this is our thesis here. And one of the things we might want to do is comment on this thesis, right? Right. You don't have to comment quite that much, but I'm trying to give you all an idea of what I'm looking for in a thesis. It should make a strong claim, something that requires defense in the paper. So you're actually making a claim about the meaning of the text that you're looking at. If that's an image, then a statement about the meaning of the image as you interpret it. Or if it's an actual text, a piece of writing or a speech or something like that, then an interpretation of the meaning of that, right? And that as an interpretation will require defense. Okay, so your thesis should do more than just say, I am going to look at this photo. Right? That's not a thesis. It doesn't make a claim. It doesn't tell me where the essay is headed. A good thesis will actually make a claim that requires some development in the rest of the essay. So if we look at this thesis, for example, right, the photo from Donna English of a cloud from a nuclear bomb test floating among the casino signs on the Las Vegas skyline illustrates the mixed messages Americans were receiving about nuclear weapons in the 1950s. So I know already this is going to be what she talks about. The mixed messages people were receiving about nuclear weapons. That they were simultaneously beautiful and dangerous. And that all of that is captured in this image. Okay, so we have a clear claim here. It's also positioned at the end of the introductory paragraph, which is where a good thesis should be positioned. And the wording is especially clear, which is also very important with theses. So well done, right? You don't have to comment quite this extensively, but as I said, I'm just modeling this for you. Okay, so now we have a comment there. And you'll see that the comments show up here on the side. So the person whose paper you're reviewing can go to your comments and look at what you said and incorporate any revisions that need to be made in their document offline. Okay. So another thing I'd like you to do is to go through the paper and to look at the topic sentences for the body paragraphs. This is sort of a transitionary paragraph, so I'm not going to pay that much attention to it, but let's start with this paragraph. What I'd like you to do is to actually highlight. Go up here to the text color change function and click highlight. And in green, what I'd like you to do is to actually outline the topic sentences. And I want you to do that because it's going to help people see whether their topic sentences are actually saying anything or not. In this case, we've got a kind of common problem here, which is that the topic sentence is descriptive. It doesn't actually make a claim about anything. So she's describing what the composition of the photo looks like. Compositionally, the top third is empty, the bottom third is cluttered with objects and shadows. Okay. This doesn't make a very good topic sentence because it doesn't tell me exactly what she's going to do in that paragraph. Maybe a better topic sentence might actually say, let's look at the composition of this image to see how it is sending mixed messages. Right? That would tell me exactly what's coming up in this paragraph. She hints at this by using the word compositionally, but in fact the topic sentence is just a description of what she's seeing. So if we highlight that topic sentence, we can go over here to the comments and do add a comment, and we can say, okay. And the first time you make a comment like this, it can be detailed, but thereafter, if the topic sentences are weak, you could just put TS or topic sentence or clarify or things like that. Okay. In other cases, what you'll find is as you read through the paragraph, there is a topic sentence, but it's actually buried in the middle of the paragraph. So in this case, for example, the small cloud hovers just above the tree line. This is all description. Right? The first two sentences are basically description. And when we get down here, we start to hint at a topic for this sentence. Right? We start to hint at what connects this to the thesis statement. All right, so I would actually label this as the topic sentence, and I would note again that that it could be clearer, and it's buried in the middle of the paragraph. Okay, because knowing what the thesis is, I know that this is hinting at a connection between what's in the image and that thesis statement about the ambiguity of the image. We've got the image doing one thing and we've got the caption doing something else, but I would really prefer to have a topic sentence up here that says, if we compare the image to the caption that's attached to it, we can start to see the mixed messages that are being sent. Right? That would make a great topic sentence. So I would prefer that it be clear. So in this case, though, I've highlighted the topic sentence, what I think is the topic sentence, and it's in the middle of the paragraph. You want to do this so that the author gets a sense of where they're making important claims. You're helping them identify these claims, and then they can reorganize their essay to foreground those claims so that they are more visible, more recognizable, and in general they should come at the beginning of paragraphs. Okay, so that's one thing I'd like to see you do. You can use other highlighting colors, let's say purple. If you see a problem with citations, for example, you could do a purple highlight, and that could just be a consistent clue that there's a problem with the citation. In this case, actually, though, the citation is good, so I don't want to confuse you all with that. Here's another case where we could say, maybe there's something wrong with the citation. Maybe we have a question about what kind of citation this is, what kind of document it is. Why are there no page numbers here? Right? We might want to make a note of that. Okay, but by and large, this person has actually done their citations really well. So, but I'm just showing you an example of how you can use the highlighter to accomplish the goals on the worksheet. Okay, so that's about it. Once you're done with that, you can simply go back to the document, and everyone who has access to this document will see your comments, any highlights that you made in notes, including the person who wrote it and the other peer reviewer. If you are not the first to peer review, you should try really hard to help resolve some of the issues that the first peer reviewer identified. So if, for example, the first peer reviewer identified topic sentences as a problem, they're either missing or they're unclear, they don't give suggestions for what you might say as a topic sentence, then you could click on this and reply, and it will show your ID when you reply, but you could say, why not say blah blah blah. Okay, so that effectively what y'all are doing is collaborating to make this essay a better document. Okay, all right, that is how to upload, share, and comment using Google Docs. If you have any questions, you can email me or talk to your cohort. And if the Google Docs becomes completely unworkable, you can always just email your essays to each other. I think this is a really handy way for everyone to see what everyone else is saying about the organization and the structure of the essay, and that we can learn from each other and from each other's mistakes, as well as what each of us are doing really well. Right? For example, the thesis here is really good. So I would prefer that you use the Google Docs, but if, as I say, if it becomes unworkable and you're running out of time, feel free to use a lower tech mechanism, as long as feedback is delivered and received. That will fulfill the requirements of the assignment. Okay? All right, bye.